Welcome to the Vue TextBox component tutorial. The Syncfusion Vue TextBox, or text field, is a component for editing, displaying, or entering text in forms to capture names, phone numbers, email addresses, and more. It has many features including support to display text boxes with icons, floating labels, different sizing, grouping, validation states, and more. In this video, I will show you how to create a Vue app and add the Syncfusion Vue TextBox component to it. I will also show you a few of its features, like floating labels, multiple lines, custom styles, read-only state, and how to disable the component. I will start with the application creation process. I'm going to create a Vue application using the Vue command. Make sure you have the latest versions of Vue and Node.js installed. To create a project in Vue, open Visual Studio Code and type the npm create v@latest command. I provide the app name, my Vue app. Next, choose Vue as the framework and JavaScript as the variant. The Vue project is created. I navigate to the newly created Vue app and install the required dependencies using the npm install command. To add the Syncfusion Vue TextBox component, install the Syncfusion Vue inputs package using the npm install at syncfusion/ej2 Vue inputs --save command. This command will install the package with its dependencies. The next thing I must do is register the trial license key to use Syncfusion components. I open the main.js file and import the register license method from the Syncfusion ej2 base package. Using this method, I register the trial license key. For instructions on generating this license key, refer to the link provided in the description for this video. To start using the TextBox component, I open the app.vue file and remove the default code. I import the TextBox component from the Syncfusion Vue inputs package and register it globally with its child directives. To add CSS reference for the Vue TextBox component, I need to import the necessary CSS references. So, in the style tag, I import the Fluent theme references. Then I add the TextBox component by adding ej's TextBox tag. After that, I set the width to 160 pixels and the placeholder value to enter name. To align the component, I define the padding style. Now let me save the changes and run the application using the npm run dev command. You can see the text box with the placeholder value enter name. Let me show you the text box's custom styles. It supports 3 types of custom styles, namely error, warning, and success. To add custom styles, simply set the CSS class property with the appropriate classes. Here I have set the error class to show an error text box. In the placeholder property, I also change the value to error. To display a warning text box, I will copy and paste the Vue TextBox component and change the CSS class property value. I also change the placeholder value to warning. For the success text box, I change the CSS class to eSuccess and the placeholder value to success. Here I have used the built-in classes for the CSS class property. To align the text box, in the style tag, I define the margin style. You can see 3 text boxes with the custom styles error, warning, and success. I type the word Syncfusion in one. You can see that the placeholder value disappears when I begin typing in the text box. I can customize the visibility of the placeholder text using the float label type property. TextBox supports 3 types of float label. They are always, auto, and never. Let me show you how this works. In the first text box tag, I add the property float label type and set the value to always. In the placeholder value, I change the value to always for clarity. In the second text box tag, I add the property float label type and set the value as auto. In the placeholder property, I change the value to auto. In the third text box tag, I add the property float label type and set the value as never. In the placeholder property, I change the value to never. You can see the first text box with the placeholder value always. In the second text box, the placeholder will automatically move upward when I enter a value. In the third text box, the placeholder value is never shown once I enter a value. Next, let me show you how to enable multi-lines for the text box. I remove the second and third text box tags and remove the CSS class and float label type properties. After that, I change the placeholder value to enter your address. I add the multi-line property and set the value to true. Now you can enter multi-line input in the text box. I can use the gripper to expand the text box. Notice that the text box allows only vertical resizing. To avoid editing the text box value, I add the property read only and set its value to true. Then I add the value property, set the appropriate value, and remove the placeholder property. You can see the text box is in a read-only state and the user cannot enter a value. Still, you can use the gripper to resize the text box. Finally, I will show you how to make the text box disable. To do that, I add the enabled property and set its value to false. See now, the text box is disabled. In this video, I have shown you how to add the text box component to a Vue application. I also showed you a few of its basic features. If you want to see a working example, you can download one from the GitHub link in the description below. I have also shared a link in the description where you can obtain a free license key to use our Vue products through our community license. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please like it and subscribe to our channel.